Welcome back to the Kop TV Hot Kopics. 186 episodes we've done now. Myself and Doyle, no hiding places, cancelled trains, still managed to find my way here. And it's time to face the music, Doyle. Think of this as a therapy session, guys. We're going to be real in this one, so make sure you smash that like button, get your comments in the chat right now. We'll go through as many as we can. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. How you feeling, mate?
Crap, lad. It was horrible.
Do you know what's really annoying as well? Me and you had such a wholesome day together in Liverpool
Yes, we
on
did.
Friday.
I had a great little weekend. I went and performed. I had a great day. Then we had a lovely little evening where we had a few Guinness and some nice Chinese food and that. And then we set up the weekend. We go like, we can win this weekend and it's going to be a lovely end and all this stuff. And it wasn't. It wasn't.
Of course it wasn't. Of course it wasn't.
Oh, no, lad, I'm in pain today. That stings.
Do you know what?
Proper stings.
It's the first defeat at Anfield that I've experienced against Manchester United on the Kop TV in 5.5 years. First time we've lost against United at Anfield for 9 years. But this is the most painful defeat I've ever experienced on the Kop TV. And we've lost to Plymouth in the Cup. We've lost to Madrid in the Champions League final. We've lost to PSG in the Champions League. But this one for me, it's unexcusable, it's unacceptable, and it's now 4 defeats in a row, as the title says, people. So many things to talk about. Let me try and schedule some kind of, hit list here. Well, obviously, we're going to speak about the game. I want to speak about Jurgen Klopp's interview with Stephen Bartlett. I want to speak about Trent's brother live on Twitch or whatever it was. There's loads of things to talk about. So we might as well dive into it now. I was at the back of the Kop yesterday, 3:05. When I got into the ground, it was a very half-hearted "You Never Walk Alone." The atmosphere wasn't good. There was 2 girls next to me filming the whole game on TikTok. And when Akeem doesn't get a ticket, I'm looking at these girls next to me going, what is going on? What is happening here? So chronologically, we'll go into it. Team selection. Wrong, in my opinion. I'm going to frame this podcast by saying that, yes, we can criticise the team. Yes, it's very normal to feel extremely frustrated right now. We're angry, we're upset, we're confused at some of the tactics and the subs and the starting lineup. But one thing I'm certainly not going to be doing is acting, over the top. I'm not going to be overreactionary to any defeat or win, in fact, from here on in. Some people I've seen online are doing just that. They're overreacting. They're saying this, they're saying that. And I don't think they mean it, first of all. But let's also not forget, guys, we've been in way worse positions than this. So for these fans calling managers for them to leave, get a grip. Get behind the team. Yes, 2 things can be true at the same time. We can be very frustrated and angry with what's going on the pitch right now. But let's get behind the team. And we can do that in many ways, right? We can still moan and criticise the team, but once we've had your little moan, get behind the boys. We go again. There's always another game to improve. People might think I'm deluded for being so positive right now. But this is what a supporter does. We're not Arsenal. We're not Chelsea. We're not Manchester United, calling for managers to go after 6 months, after a few defeats in a row. We're not like that. Let's never stoop to those levels where managers are on a rotation and one thing happens. Well, 4 bad things have happened now in a row and people are saying he's got to go. Come on, heads up. We're going to turn this around. I know he doesn't necessarily believe what I'm saying right now.
Yeah,
I'm trying to instill a bit of, come on, get behind the team. We're supporters, aren't we? Support the team.
Yeah, man.
And you can do that after you've had a moan. We all deserve a little moan, right? Slot has got a monumentally big job ahead of him to fix this mess. And you can still criticise him, the players, but once you've done that, you get behind the team again. You get behind the team again. And I'll be honest, Doyle, in the international break, when I see Slot on holiday in Dubai, I'm thinking, what are you doing, bro? There's work to be done. There's work to be done. Alisson, Endo, Chiesa, Jones, they're all in the AXA. And Arne Slot's on holiday. And look, he's got a bit of a record. When he joined Liverpool, he was in Ibiza for about 2 weeks. We win the league last year. He goes to Dubai and Ibiza. He's back in Dubai again. I love Arne Slot. He's going to turn it around. And he's got a big job on his hands. And that's also one thing that is true. But I'm not liking these international break holidays, to be honest with you, bro. I'm not liking them. And that's not the reason that we lost. If those 3 shots from Gakpo go in yesterday and they don't all hit the crossbar and the post, then no one's talking about that. But it doesn't look great.
No, it looks terrible.
What do you think about that?
If we've won all 3 of them games, then yeah, you can give him a break, can't you? Because there's nothing going on that he needs to fix. But what you actually think is, in them 2 weeks, look how good the lads are playing an international break. How are you going to get that out of them in this Liverpool squad when we've lost 3 in a row already now? And it's time to bounce back against our biggest rivals at home. He should have been there plotting and scheming and thinking about what he needs to do. But he didn't. He did the exact same thing that he's done for the last 3 games, which is play the same team and lose. Honestly, lad, I'm not saying... It's stupid, by the way, to say Arne Slot out, because we're not going to go and pick up another manager who's just all of a sudden going to go and win everything for us. That's stupid. It's all that trust the process crap, and now we're in the middle of it, and we've actually got to do it. We should have had this season last season. We're having it now. And that's just the way it is. But it's still unbelievably deflating. Like, I am sat here. It's probably the most disappointed I've been in a while. Obviously, the Champions League finals were more disappointing. Of course they were. Yeah. But this right now, I'm just sat here like, oh my God. I don't even think we can go on to win the league. Like, that's what I'm thinking now. Because it's not necessarily that we're only 4 points behind, right? That's it. It's only 9 games in. But I just haven't seen any performances that say, yeah, we're going to fight back. I haven't seen any inspiration. But the lads in the first half of that Man United game, mate, they weren't running. Like, that's not the Liverpool identity I'm used to.
You make a good point, though.
I'm used to seeing people dog them down, lad, and win the ball back and fight. And that wasn't there. Even if you lose, like, I want to see that. Kick some people, lad. Like, oh, mate, it just seemed like we were rash, and it was really, really poor to watch. Like, I don't know what I'm watching, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
That's why people are saying it, but it's stupid to say it because it's not going to help. We have to support the team because that's the only thing that's going to help.
No one's saying don't have a little moan and don't vent and don't be angry and frustrated with what we're seeing right now. But you've got to get behind the team.
Believe me, we feel it.
To get behind the team.
We work in the fan space.
Listen.
We get tired. Do you know, yesterday, I was in central London and I had to sprint, literally run to the train station because people recognise me from these streams, lad, and they're shouting United at me face and that, and like, come on United, come on Manchester, all this madness. It's difficult, lad, believe me. I have to try and not get head loss and run away from it all, because if I don't know what I'll do, lad. Do you know what I mean? Like, I have to try and block it out. Believe me, we understand how you're feeling. It's not a nice thing to lose against your biggest rivals, and it's definitely not nice to spend this much money and lose 4 games in a row. And not only is it that's not nice, it's not nice to not play well. We're not playing well. And it's mad to say that, right? Because we could have won that game yesterday, but so could they. It could have been like 4-4, to be quite honest with you. They hit the post. They had a few chances. We had 2 sitters, proper sitters. Gakpo and that header. I don't know how we missed that, lad. He's hit the post 3 times.
Could have scored 5 goals yesterday.
I feel bad for him, because you know what, lad? He was the one that was trying the most out of everyone, pulling the trigger, making the runs, fighting. Isaac, mate, did you sprint? Did I see you once make 1 sprint, lad? Because I don't think I did. Isn't he fit now? Salah, mate, it's time to get him off the bench. Get him on the bench, lad. It's fine. It's okay. You're allowed to be on the bench sometimes. There's 20-something players there. It's fine. You can be there for a game or 2 and let Chiesa come on. Don't you want the best for the team? Because the best for the team is to play the most informed players. Yeah. And the most informed players in our team, in the striking department, is Chiesa and Hugo, and both were on the bench. Why? I don't get it. I would have rather started Hugo over Isaac. I would have rather started Chiesa over Salah.
Yeah, we'll get into that. So we'll talk about the start of the game and the team selection now, but I think if you have a break for 2 weeks and you're on holiday thinking life's great and everything's rosy lee, and then you play the same team that lost to Chelsea, I don't understand that. I do not understand how you can go away for 2 weeks thinking, oh, there's nothing wrong, we'll just play the same team against Chelsea, that you switched at half time, by the way, so it clearly didn't work then. So for now, I mean, team selection, let's talk about it. We go into this game with Kirkes at left back. In the preview for this game, me and you both said that Robertson should have started this game in terms of that experience, that grit. In the midfield, you can clearly see McAllister, even though he scored 2 goals for Argentina, is just very slow at the minute. Obviously gets his head cut open in the first minute. I think Ekitike should have started. So when you look back at the defeats now, it's not just we've played poor. It's actually, well, we've got the team wrong. We're playing out of form players just because they're Mo Salah. That's his name, so he's got to play, right? Well, no. Right now, Arne Slot needs to now reward the players that are actually giving it a go. And I'm talking about Ekatike. I'm talking about Curtis Jones, who was good last night when he came on. Frimpong made a difference, crossed it it took his man on, which Salah couldn't do. He couldn't get round his man all game and missed the sitter at the back stick.
We're playing wingers.
I fully now expect Frimpong to be starting on Wednesday, if I'm honest. And then you give Chiesa a go, who gets another assist. You give Rio a go. Play the informed players, the ones with confidence. Isak right now, no confidence on the pitch, doesn't really want to sprint and break his neck to get him behind, but is he getting the service? You look at some of the screenshots yesterday of Liverpool with the ball in possession at the centre-back area, 10 minutes into the game, no midfielders to pass to. And compare that to last season where you had players showing for the ball all the time, looking for it, give and go, spaces, can we play a line-breaking pass? Szoboszlai again. Brilliant in terms of being the player on the pitch that has no issues with going to right back. He doesn't like it, and he did get cooked on that side a little bit in the end, but he plays with his heart and he puts everything in. So I've got no problem with him whatsoever. But the out of form players, they just can't be playing right now. You've got to reward the players that actually come on and do change the game. Logic says they've come on and played well. There's a bit of form there, a bit of momentum, a bit of confidence. Play them in the next game. So the team that comes out didn't fill me with massive confidence, if I'm honest. Tactically, the game's really tactically a bit of a mess after the first minute, right? We go and start the game, the ball goes up in the air, and why is Virgil van Dijk rushing to head that ball when listen, even if McAllister doesn't win the header, Van Dijk's right behind him, he can sweep up the mess. But to be running forward like that, clattering your own player, and then you're well out of position, by the way, for their goal, which is an easy pass through from Ahmad. And if I'm honest, Mamadashvili has to do a lot better. There's a deflection on the shot. Konate gets something on it. But the keeper has to do a lot better. He isn't Alisson. He never will be. So it's unfair to almost hold him at that level. But tactically, a minute in, Doyle, it's all over the place.
62 seconds they scored. Virgil should have covered his man. Yeah, he pointed at somebody and said, "That's your man, go to him." And by that time he's done that, mate. The pole's already into Mbeumo. And I do think the keeper could have potentially done better with it, if I'm quite honest with you. But still, doesn't matter. It went in, it's lashing down. It's one of them. If it skims off your body when it's that wet, it just flies off you. It's really hard to save. But from the very start, just felt bad energy, didn't you? Immediately, we've gone 1-0 down straight away. I don't know what we need to do tactically. It's obviously not working right now. There's too many gaps. We're getting played through very easily. We're playing wingers that are not 1v1 players. I don't know why would you play wingers that are not 1v1 players? I don't get it. Salah doesn't take on his man. Gakpo doesn't take on his man. He cuts in. And Gakpo played well yesterday, but we still need to mix things up. We've bought a player in Vert who's a central player, and we're putting him on the bench. Lads, I don't know what we need to do right now. I said it a few weeks ago. We could have played the diamond. That's what he's trying to play through the middle all the time. So why not play the diamond? Put the congestion into the middle. Put two players up front in Isak and Hugo. Put Vert just behind them. It's okay to change it about because this right now.
That game yesterday. Right now, when you look at their midfield, especially Adrian Casemiro, Bruno out of position, and why can we see it? Why can the fans go, actually scrap that team that started at Chelsea because it didn't work? Bring in some players who, maybe aren't on a scoring run right now, but give them that opportunity to get into the game. Wirtz, I think, should have started yesterday, and actually, when he came on, he was
created more chances than anybody in the second half.
He was playing for 28 minutes.
It's a joke, lads. I don't know what we're supposed to do.
Turkish in the chat. Obviously, all the Arsenal fans are absolutely loving it. Big up T, that's my bro. But if this was the other way around, I'd be doing the same.
Yeah, of course.
They're getting cooked right now.
They've been waiting for our downfall.
Post? He's just done this.
Another one.
He's just put himself up, photoshopped him in Mbeumo's face. There's a picture of me, and there's an AI picture of me as a clown and a sausage mixed together. And why am I taking this? The players should be coming out defending themselves. We're sitting here trying to defend the players. It's all right for them. They get to go to the nice big swimming pools and cool down. I've got to get on a 7 o'clock train from Liverpool, right, that got cancelled. I had to find another route to London.
Does it come and get
It's crazy.
It's just, I don't think
Crazy, like.
none of us have the answers. I don't think, like, none of us in this football fan space, none of us are football managers. Otherwise, we'd be doing it, wouldn't we? We'd be a football manager somewhere being a professional, but we're not. Arnie Slot's getting paid a lot of money to find the answers. He's being given a lot of tools, and I just don't know if he's finding them right now. In fact, I don't know. He's not finding them right now. And this 2 weeks was supposed to be that little break that we needed, that regrouping. And the lads went out into international break and performed so bloody well for the national teams. So why isn't it working for us? What's he got to do to unlock them in this squad? It's a formation thing, right? It must be, because there's too many gaps. We're conceding too many goals. We're scoring goals and we're creating lots of chances. I don't think we should negate that, to be quite honest with you. Yesterday, Gakpo at the post 3 times. Literally 3 times. As I said, Gakpo missed a sitter. Salah could have squared it to Vert or scored himself, and he missed a sitter there. Like, we are creating chances. So what do we need to do to create stability in the team? Because that's what we're missing, right? We're missing that dominance over a 90-minute performance because we're letting too many chances in. That Harry Maguire goal, the second one,
Criminal.
mate, that is ridiculously easy when we've got 2 6'4" centre backs in the back, mate. Terrible.
Yeah. No, honestly, I think when you look at the obviously the
When was the last time you won the league, lad?
off you go.
Hey, when was the last time you won the league? You were a young man, weren't you?
I don't
How old were you when you last won the league, Lee? How old were you when you last won the league, lad?
Lee Judges has just come in the studio. I don't do this to AFTV when they lose.
Oh my days,
Titles
the
every year.
elation. No, you haven't, lad. You come to gloat, lad. What's happening, Lee? Yeah, nice one, lad. Put your medals on the table in May, Lee.
Medals on the table, geez.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
City, you're going to do
Medals
this.
on the table. Medals on the table, geezer. I know.
Hit the post 3 times, lad.
3 times we hit the
Missed
post.
2 sitters.
Huh? Yeah, we're live.
This is live?
Oh, you sausage.
That's why we're fuming, lad. That's why we were fuming, lad.
Lee, man. Medals on the table, geez. Medals on the table. Saeed in the chat.
Saeed, go
Honestly,
away.
I don't even want to swear, you know. I'm not trying to get this thing monetized. I know Saeed likes to rant and rave and shout and cry and all that, but for me personally, I'm trying to logically put the kind of analysis together, yeah? So, again, 1 minute in, I almost think Virgil's being too keen to win the ball, and I like the fact that he wants to smash into someone first minute. No problem with that as the captain in a
But it was
derby.
Mache.
Brilliant. But it's your own player, and you've not sprinted back to go and block the pass. That's criminal. The first goal is criminal. 1 minute in, you can see what that does to United. They think, right, we've got something to build on here. Sit back, obviously be compact, hit them on the break. That was their tactic, yeah? So we're 1-0 down. In the first half, I think there's a mistake. Salah nicks the ball, gives a really good pass into Gakpo. He wraps it, smashes off the post, right? Those things can happen. Then we go into half-time, 1-0 down. You're thinking something has to change here, right? We weren't really seeing anything in terms of, you know, beating a player. In the middle, we kept giving the ball away. I mean, Kirkez, I'm not even going to say too much because all I'm going to say is Robertson should have started. That's all I'm going to say on it. The amount of balls he gave away, throw-ins.
It's like the run-ins that he does behind, right? He receives the ball, but then has a heavy touch. Does that make sense? So he'll lay it off to the winger, to Gakpo, who will thread it through to him, and then he meets the ball, but he whacks it in front of him and it goes out, or he whacks it in front of him and it goes to the like, you need a more keen touch. You need a bit more into your body, mate. He's a professional footballer. He knows himself, right? But it's just not, it's simply not good enough, mate. It's not.
So 1-0 down at half-time. I think the changes come around 55 minutes. Isak comes off. He has one good chance as well in the first half where he gets slipped through. And
Isak.
He should really be putting that, or the keeper saves it, right? But I think he's got to be doing a little bit more in terms of the accuracy of the shot. Try go right across the keeper. We need him to start obviously picking up. And then Wirtz comes on. Curtis Jones comes on. I don't think when Arne Slot was buying Isak, Kirkez, Frimpong, Ekitike, all these players that we bought in the summer, I don't think at any point he would have thought that against Man United at home, we go to a 4-2-4 with Wirtz and Curtis Jones in the middle. At one point, Gakpo, Isak, Ekitike, Salah were on. Then, obviously, Chiesa comes on as well at one point after Isak. There's just no that's not a plan. Right now, plan A isn't working. Plan B isn't working. Plan C isn't working. Plan D isn't working.
What is the plan? What's the plan?
What is our best 11?
I don't know.
Exactly.
This is the whole point. The whole identity of Liverpool in this last 4 games just has been stripped. I can't see it. I can't see the players fighting. I can't see them running. The finishing, they don't believe in themselves. There's no inspiration, lad. It's really frustrating to watch, and I think it has to be put down to Slot. It does. I don't think we can just call out the players. There is out of form footballers in that team, but Slot is not getting the best out of them. It's as simple as that. We seen him get the best out of Gravenberch and Gakpo last season and Diaz, but for whatever reason, I don't know what he's saying in the changing rooms. I don't know what's happening, but it's not working. It's so lackluster. It's scary. I don't know. Like, we're going into a game now on Wednesday against Frankfurt. We're going against Brentford on Saturday. And I don't know, 1, who's going to start. 2, what formation we're going to play. And 3, if we're even going to win these games or have a chance of winning them, lad. Genuinely, that's how I feel about these footies, about Liverpool right now. I've lost a lot of it. It's took the wind out of me, lad. It took a lot of the... I want to support them. I love my team. Of course I do. But I'm massively deflated after watching us lose 4 games in a row. We've just had 2 weeks of an international break. How long's that been now since we've won a game? Like, over a month? Is it?
What, in the Prem?
Yeah. Altogether?
Over a month.
Everton, lad. How long ago was that? Ages ago?
Yeah.
So it's just super deflating. And if I'm feeling like this, I can't imagine what the players are feeling like.
The last time we won was 23rd of September.
Oh, my days.
In the game. And then the last time in the Prem we won was the 20th of September, 1 month ago today.
That's not good enough.
So second half, obviously we make some changes which we had to. Are there any? I'm gonna try. There aren't any positives about losing at home to
positives
Manchester
of this,
United.
we are still creating chances to
There you
score
go.
goals. That's the positives.
Yeah.
So we're all good at doing that. So that's a wonderful thing, because a lot of teams struggle to do that. Arsenal struggle to create chances. That's why they bought Eze, and that's why they score so many corners, right? But Liverpool, stability-wise and defensively, are so out of it. I don't even know what they need to do. Do they need to compact the midfield now to make it a bit more, less gaps in that, but then it opens up the spaces on sides? I have no idea. The fullbacks, what are they going to do? Who are we actually starting as a fullback? Who is our actual starting fullbacks? Because it is a Connor, is it Frimy, is it Szoboszlai? I don't know who it is. Is it Robbo? Is it Kirkes? Who's it supposed to be?
Stop this now.
All these fans coming in. Oh, lad, this is what I'm saying. We work in a space where there's just loads of rival fans, and it's really difficult. Believe me, I wish sometimes I lived in Liverpool.
Can you shut the door?
I wish I lived in Liverpool, surrounded by Scousers, mate.
I know, but just keep the door shut, yeah?
Honestly, lads.
Yeah, listen.
He's lost to Grimsby Town. He's lost to Grimsby Town.
I know.
And we just lost to them at Anfield by a Harry Maguire goal.
And they've given Amorim back-to-back wins for the first time.
The only thing we can do
The word is embarrassing. And the chances that we created... Again, you'd be more worried if Liverpool weren't creating those chances. I mean, I watched Arsenal here on Saturday. Probably, obviously, they scored a goal, but in terms of like clear-cut chances, we had more clear-cut chances than they did yesterday.
We should have won the game.
At least we are creating chances, but at the minute they've got to be put in the back of the net. But who is that person that's going to do it for us? Because Isak doesn't seem to be it at the minute. Ekitike needs to start pretty much every game right now. We've got a massive game now on Wednesday against Frankfurt, which that's now a must-win. If we lose that, Champions League's going to be very difficult. Every game's a must-win.
We've just put ourselves 4 points behind Arsenal, right? And now City also look like they're going to go all steams, all guns ahead now, lad. They're gunning for Arsenal, and they're going to go for them and this league. You can see it already, mate. Haaland looks unbelievable. I am starting to lose a little bit of faith when it comes to the Premier League for Liverpool. I can't lie to you. And it's not necessarily because of the 4 points. I said that already. It's because every performance that I've seen out of the 10 games or so that we've watched, 9, 10 games, whatever it is, none of them have convinced me that we're going to win the league. Not a single one of them. Have you? You've got to be honest with that, lad. Have you been convinced by any of our performances? A single one? Maybe not to win the league.
Full 90?
Yeah.
No. But... winning games in the fashion that we did in the first 5 games. It wasn't just me that was saying it. People were saying, oh, you're arrogant after the first 5 games. If you win a football match, you've got every right to celebrate your team and celebrate the win. Yes, the performances across 90 minutes weren't great whatsoever, but if you go and win in the last minute, it takes you up to a certain point where you can get away with doing that. We've now passed that point, and we're now looking at the team to say, come on, get us back to controlling games, right? But I'm not going to take away the fact that we won our first 7 games in a row.
The scary part is we are regressing, lad. Yeah. Like we started not very well, but managed to win the games, and now we're playing not very well
And
and
just not winning
losing them.
and not even
This is-
drawing them, Doyle.
I'm scared.
We should have got a draw against Palace. We should have probably nicked a draw at Galatasaray. Silly penalty that I don't think was. Should have nicked a draw at Chelsea. Now we've lost 3 games in a row in the Prem where we've conceded the losing goal in the last 5 minutes.
The big one for me was, I know Palace are really good right now, honestly. Wow, what a hard game to go to and play. But that first half against Palace, I don't think I've seen Liverpool play that bad in a very long time. That first half was terrible.
It was awful.
And then in this Man United game, there's arguments, like you said, that say that we probably should have won that game.
Yeah.
We probably should have, but we didn't.
We deserved to lose.
Yeah,
and I'm sick and tired of saying that we deserved to lose.
Yeah,
we did. But the chances that we created, we hit the bar or post 3 times. Gakpo misses a howler from 6 yards out. Isak has a chance. Salah, great chance where he could just play it back into Wirtz, and Wirtz has got a tap in there. Salah is so off it. So we're creating the chances, but who wants to put them away? Now, what I'm expecting, and we're going to do a separate match preview for the Frankfurt game straight after this. What I'm expecting now is a big change, tactically, personnel, for Liverpool in the next 2 games.
An example for this.
Go on.
Remember when Conte came to the Premier League? Yeah. I can't remember exactly what formation he was playing. I think
it was
it wasn't
5 at the back.
It wasn't at that point. It wasn't, lad. He changed
it
to that.
Victor Moses
he lost to
and
Liverpool
Alonso.
and Arsenal back to back, right? And then he said, right, this is not working, and I need to adapt immediately, otherwise we're going to keep going downward spiral here. And he changed it to 5 at the back, which at the time everyone was like, what's he doing? This is mad. And then he went on to win the bloody league that season. So I think that's what Slot's going to have to do now. We're not the team of last season. We have different players. We cannot play wingers that are not 1v1 players. It doesn't work. What's the point in doing that? They've got to get to the byline, and they can't. So what we've got to do is try and work with the players that we've got. And the most logical thing in my mind, and I said this about last month, was play a diamond, lad. Play a congested midfield, because that's the individuals that we have. We've got 2 wonderful strikers in Isak and Hugo. Why not give them an opportunity to play together like that with Wirtz behind them as a playmaker? That's the team that you've bought. This is the team that you've set up, and then use the fullbacks that you've bought in Kirkes and Frimy, who are rapid, to create the width. That's what you've bought them for, isn't it? Because what else are we supposed to do? Like, I'm losing my head a little bit, like, because I don't understand the tactics. Why are you not playing for me to create the width? I don't understand it, lad. You're gonna have to tell me in the comments. Do you agree with me, right? I think we should play a congested, solid, compact diamond in the middle with Wirtz at the top as a playmaker, the 2 in front with Hugo and Isak, and then the width is going to be created by the 2 rapid fullbacks that we've got in Frimy and Kirkes. And what that diamond does is allows us to put one of them defensive midfielders back into there to create a back 3, which might create some stability for us, because right now it's not working. So what's the point in continuing with it? I don't get it. You'll have to tell me.
Yeah, I think when we lost the Palace game and then the Chelsea game, I said on DR there's a massive reset needed. This is where Arne Slot earns his money. You go back to the drawing board as the head coach. Listen, get the magnetic pad, the magnetic board out of. This is what a head coach is supposed to do. Find a different way. Don't just keep relying on what isn't working. Find a different way.
That's what this 2 weeks was for, bro.
Exactly.
That's why I'm so frustrated.
That's the frustrating thing.
You could have implemented
in the
this
2 weeks.
System.
That's what he should have been doing.
Yeah, and do you know what? I think nobody would have batted an eyelid if you started a completely different formation after losing 3 games in a row, because it shows an effort to try and change things. But you've went for the same thing, and that's why now people are getting frustrated. But to say Arne Slot out is also ridiculous in the same breath. Okay, we have to try and now pray that he's going to find the right solutions. He did it last year for us. He did. He found the solutions with Klopp's blueprint. But Klopp didn't win the league with that team. He did. So we found something. So let's just see what he can do going forward now, because that's all we can do. You can't sack a manager halfway through the season when you're Liverpool. That's not who we are. It's not what we do.
We're nowhere near that, though.
We don't do that. It's stupid to do that. It's 4 games. We've all been spoilt. We have absolutely been spoilt in the last season and the last few years. So we've just got to hold this now and hope that we can crawl back and find some semblance of a team that wants to play the football that we need them to win games.
Well said. I think there was a reset needed, and it is clearly still now needed. So you play different players. You show to the fans that it hasn't been working, and my ego, my pride isn't big enough for me to acknowledge that and change it. Go and change things now.
Did you see what he said, though?
And make it work.
This is the worrying part. He said, I've seen enough to see that we can win games playing the way we're playing. And I'm like...
Which would tell you that he's not really wanting to change.
I understand where he's coming from. We're creating a buttload of chances. He's right. He's correct. We should be winning the games with the chances that we're creating. The problem with the team is it's got no stability. So whilst we're creating a whole heap of chances, we're also conceding a whole heap of them. So that's the issue. We can win 1-0. No problem. I'm okay with that. But the defence has to be on par for that to happen. And it's not. So what? You've got to change it. I don't care if we're creating loads of chances because we're conceding a bucket load. When Brendan Rodgers was our manager, lad, we scored 100 goals, but you know how many we conceded? 50. That's why we didn't win the league. Like, if I can see this now, and I'm just a football fan that kicks a football in the park on my own, mate, and I can see that something needs to change drastically. Surely he's got the plums to do it now. We're all going to back you, lad, so just do it. I'm frustrated, mate. I really am. And again, I'm not saying slot out. Hey, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm allowed to be frustrated with what I'm watching because it's my team. I love them. My whole life is based around this football club and football as a game. So I feel it passionately, particularly when we lose at our home ground, in our garden, to our biggest traditional rivals in Man United.
In terms of the whole season, they don't care where they finish now. They've won at Anfield. Yeah, that's their season.
Wrapped up, lad.
That's it, wrapped. They don't care if they go... I mean, I was going to say go far in the cup. They're already out of one. They're probably 1 or 2 points behind us in the league now. But in terms of their season, they've won at Anfield.
I've just read a comment that said Sunderland's conceded less goals than us. Yeah, silence. That's terrible. And you could argue that, Sunderland set up more defensively. Of course they do. They're going to have to do that to get through the Premier League. But they're playing well as well and scoring goals. One of their strikers has got a goal and Isaac has got one as well.
Why can't we defend corners and long
We've
throws?
hired a set-piece coach and we've got worse at them. Again, we are regressing and it's terrifying to watch because that's why people are getting worried about Slot now. He's like, dude, does he know what he's doing? Because we're actually going backwards after signing this many players. And if I can see that these players have got a skill set that fits this particular formation, how come you can't? And the only thing I can think of is because he's desperate to keep on Mo Salah and he's desperate to keep on, just keep starting him, essentially, because he doesn't want to drop him. And I understand that, because Mo Salah is our greatest ever player, without a shadow of a doubt. But if it's not working, then you'll have to change it. And I think Mo Salah should be open to that, to be quite honest with you. He wants the team to win, right? He signed a contract with Liverpool for 2 years, not so that he could be the best player in the world, so that Liverpool could win and he could help them. And if you have to help them by going on the bench sometimes, brother, that's okay. We still love you. We know you want to play. And hopefully you come back with a bit of rest and give your best again and you can score. Because right now, you've got to admit yourself, it's not working. And that's okay. Just change it. Just change the system. I want to see, against Frankfurt, lad, I want to see the diamond. I want to see it. What's the point in doing what we're doing?
Yeah. Jurgen Klopp went on Stephen Bartlett's podcast, The Diary of a CEO. It's a 3-hour episode. I've watched bits and bobs of it. I mean, the timing of it, especially because Stephen Bartlett's a United fan, but the timing of it couldn't be worse, I think, to see all these Klopp quotes coming out where he says, theoretically, yes, I could return to... He was asked, would you ever go back into management? And Klopp said... I've come out already in the past and said the only club that I would go back to is Liverpool. So theoretically, yes, he could go back one day. But after a defeat, the 4th one in a row at home to United, to hear them quotes the next day, the timing of it stinks a little bit. Obviously, that was filmed some time ago. It wasn't filmed yesterday. And there's obviously a few quotes around how he didn't, he got 3 new stands in a training ground. Slot gets 450 mil to spend. He didn't have that when he was there. Got Adrian and Melo and Arthur Melo. So yeah, go and watch it. Go and see how you feel about seeing Jurgen speak so openly in hindsight about Liverpool. What do you think of some of the quotes?
Just dead quick. This comment's great, lad. It's Matty Gorman. Thanks for the super chat, brother. It says, where is the plan to get the ball up the pitch? Yeah. 10 passes to get it into midfield is too slow and too easy to play against.
Also, whenever Conor Bradley gets the ball and he's kind of striding, cuts it back and goes back inside.
He's been told to do that.
It's so safe. It's like, even if you do play that long diag ball, go for it. If it doesn't work out, at least you're showing, at least it pushes the players up the pitch a bit. I agree. It's like at the minute, the fullbacks are being told to not really pass the halfway line.
Why aren't we implementing long flows? Why aren't we doing that? I know that sounds...
What are you saying? Because everyone else is? Why aren't we?
No. The reason why I'm saying it, right, is because there's lots of reasons why. Arsenal at the moment are the absolute best at set pieces, and that's because traditionally they struggled with creativity over the last few seasons, so they've looked for edges. One of them is a corner or a set piece or a long throwing where you can get the ball into the box. Long throws are good for a reason. The reason why they're good at the moment is because you don't have to get to the other end of the pitch to put the ball into the box. You can get the ball almost by the halfway line as a throw and launch it into the box to create some chances. I think we need to start adding more little edges to our game as well, instead of just trying to pass it. Pass. It's not working, and we've never traditionally done that. So I don't know. And if he is trying to do that, then play the diamond where you've got enough players in the middle to pass between and bounce between each other. Because right now, there's too many gaps. Man United had plenty of chances yesterday because they played through our midfield, lad. It was too easy for them at some points. Even though we created loads of chances, there's just no stability, lad. I don't know what was... I keep going back to the same things. I don't know what we're supposed to do, mate. I really don't. Yeah, we missed strength, definitely. We absolutely missed strength from the ball. Because basically what he used to do was give us an out ball from the back straight away. Switch it to the wingers.
We've just seen a video of his brother, Marcel, on some kind of online platform. Head loss, losing his head. The irony in that is unbelievable for me.
Yeah, because you told him to leave, lad. So if you're moaning about Liverpool leaving, you're part of it. So,
like, what is his aim doing a live stream like that? If you're Trent, surely you want to be having a word and saying, "Don't do that. Don't do that." Has anyone else seen that? Trent's brother losing his
What's
head.
happened to my team? We've lost 4 in a row. This hasn't happened in 38 years. Well, one of our best players left, who was one of our crucial individuals for creating chances, brother, and he's your brother. So you have a word with yourself about that one, huh? But to be fair, it's not just Slot. Slot has known that Trent was leaving since the halfway through last season, lad. It's as simple as that. He should have prepared for this, and he hasn't. That's it, really. Putting Dom as... We don't even know who's our starting right back. I can't be bothered. If you want to play all these midfielders, play Diamond. That's it now. I can't be bothered to go round the houses with this. We're not good enough right now. That's it.
Kesa came on, gets another assist.
Immediately.
Yeah. Jones was really good when he came on. AGT showed a bit. He tried to cut in.
He's the only dog in the team.
Yeah.
He's the only dog in that forward
At
line.
the minute.
None of them want to fight. Gakpo does a little bit. I'll say that.
I don't agree with this Gakpo slander that's
Neither
going on
do I.
at the minute. That's not fair.
He's been the best out
I'm
of the
going
front
to
three,
defend him. Cody Gakpo
scores
2 or 3 in the international. Yes, listen, on another day, he scores 3 goals or 4 goals last night. But I don't agree with that. Yes, you can say Ekitike should be starting, but not over Gakpo yesterday. On yesterday's evidence, when you hit the post 3 times, yes, you miss a sitter to equalise the game right at the end, but you scored the goal. Don't get on Gakpo's back. Jesus, don't get on Gakpo's back.
Gakpo's been the only one in the front line that's been performing with, as well as Chiesa. Isak's not played well. He hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
And neither has Salah recently.
No, he hasn't. Of course not. It's his worst ever run of form as a Liverpool player. Of course he hasn't.
We've just hit so many. He's just hit such great heights, Salah, that when he doesn't perform, you really notice it in his game. And Liverpool are really affected.
What did you
by
think of the referee's decision to not allow, to allow the game to be played
Play
on
to the whistle. I don't care. Play to the whistle. Don't care. It is what it is.
4 stitches in his head after a minute.
Because otherwise, what will happen is, how about when Liverpool are attacking, a Man United player just elbows his mate lad in the face, and then he goes, "Look, his head injury." You just play on. Like,
no,
play to the whistle.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. Play to the whistle. Slot said as well, this isn't a reason why we lost. He said, I would expect us to deal with the consequential play better after McAllister goes down, and he was down for a long time.
Not a single excuse here, lad.
No, it's not a single excuse.
There is no excuse for why we lost yesterday.
There was a couple of bits though. I think there was a handball shout on Ahmad, which
again,
on another day it gets given.
I honestly don't
the
care.
keeper maybe handballed it outside the box.
I don't care.
You don't care.
Honestly, lad, like, we weren't good enough to win the game.
I agree.
Do you get what I mean? And the referee is not there to save us. We are.
A few things can be true. We created enough chances to win the game,
yeah,
but we didn't deserve to win the game. And the goals that we conceded, absolutely criminal. The goal that we scored, how Gakpo didn't score, all of those things can be true, and it makes you leave the ground like I did yesterday in total silence, just going, how have we lost that game to these?
Yeah,
this is a team that's lost to Grimsby.
Yeah,
right. And yes, it's still Manchester United. Yes, it's still a big derby. They're going to get up for that. But for some reason, we haven't beaten them since the 7-0 at Anfield. And like I said, at the start of the show, that's the most painful defeat I've ever tasted in the last 5.5 years doing the Kop TV.
Apart from the Champions League finals.
Apart from the Champions League final. But in the league, that's the most painful defeat I've ever tasted.
Yeah, that one stung a lot. It was because we had
man.
such hopes of resurrecting the season, right? And it just never happened. It just didn't. We were so poor. But like I've said, we've had it all, lad, and like rival fans have had to watch us be elated and happy, so they're gonna be really on our backs now about, oh, he's got head loss and blah 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 blah. It's funny, like, because we're in the spotlight, so it's difficult to not react in a authentic way, which is to be frustrated, and we have to be diplomatic about.
How is this not authentic, though?
No, it is authentic. That's the point.
Yeah.
But it's difficult to rein back some of the emotion with it
course.
all, because you don't want to give rival fans.
Look, you
to
give
laugh
some,
at, like.
you take it. It's all good. We've had our moment. We won the league. We won the first 7 games in a row. People are saying, "Oh, it's how champions do it." Now we've lost 4. So our question as Liverpool fans is, what are you going to do to change that?
Drastic
and stop
changes.
this route.
It
Stop
has to be
this rot.
drastic, doesn't it? For me,
it's got to be drastic changes.
You'll have to tell me.
Play
in
the
comments.
informed players now.
For me, I would not be alarmed. I mean, I would not be disappointed at all if he just went, right, you know what? Scrap this.
Yep.
This is not working. Let's play a completely different formation.
That should have been done in the international break.
I
not now.
I totally agree. Scrap this formation now. Let's start a diamond. I've bought the players that fit that exact system, so maybe I should try and work it now and just change it. Like, no one's going to be on your back about it, mate, because what you're already doing is not working. So just do it. Play Chiesa, play Hugo, play a diamond. That easy, lad.
Some of the chats. This is great watching Liverpool crashing out. Doyle, laughing faces, says Alan. AGT, have you seen the Klopp interview? Yeah, we were just speaking about it then, and obviously there'll be loads of more quotes that come
Whilst
out.
we're crashing out, whilst I'm frustrated, when was the last time your team won anything? If you're not a Man City fan, then you probably have no right to laugh, really, because you're going to go and watch your team lose a bucket load of games this season. If you're an Arsenal fan, you can have a little laugh there. I understand that one. But if you're a Man United supporter and all these, you're still crap, mate. Unfortunately, that was the first time you've won 2 games in
a year.
In a year. So
they're getting very ahead of themselves.
They've
won 2 games for the first time in a year. First game they've won at Anfield for 10 years. And like I said, that's their season there. We've given them something to actually hold over us for the rest of the season until we play them again.
It's back and forth, innit? We'll be back.
Losing at Anfield, though, I mean, Virgil's only lost 4 games at Anfield to Leeds, Forest, Palace, and now United.
Fantastic.
We all needed a centre-back and a striker. All we needed was a centre-back and a striker. Why did we buy so many, says Tahir. Thoughts on Slot going to Dubai during the international break?
We spoke about that.
We spoke about that at the start. We don't like that. And I think now he knows that's not going to happen again. The higher-ups, obviously, he got a sign-off to go on holiday. But I'm sorry, Edwards, Slot, the higher-ups, they need to now all sit around a table and work out what the plan is to get out of this mess. Big up to Greg, who came on the fan cams last night. Weird game of football. Thought we were rubbish, but I still think we could have won 5-2. The best thing about Germany is you can drink in the stand, so I won't have to willingly remember the game. That's a win. Greg's off to Germany today. Big up everyone that's heading to Germany. I was with Dali and Sam last night. Greg, and obviously be safe out there. And that now turns into a monumental game, really, because we lost against Galatasaray. We have to bounce back against Frankfurt. We now play away again. Yeah, there's 6 games and we've played 1 at home. But it's not even like we're saying Anfield will save us. Like, the atmosphere was poor yesterday. I'm being honest, it was poor.
Everything's been poor for the last month, mate. That's the whole point. Even at the start of the season, we've had some poor performances, but managed to get out of it. It's just not good enough. And that's why we're frustrated. We're passionate about this. This is why we do the job that we do. So we're allowed to be frustrated. And obviously you're allowed to laugh at us as well. But I'd love to see some of the commenters from the rival fans do what we do. Because you wouldn't be able to, lad. You'd have head loss. Because your team loses every week, brother. So you can call me salty all you want. I am trying my best to stay biased and regulated.
Unbiased.
Unbiased, yeah. And I've done it there. I just actually unbiased and regulated. It's a difficult thing to do. So you can call me salty all you want, mate. I don't care. Enjoy your life, lad.
Big up. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's crap, innit?
Oh, God.
At least I'm not doing it the arse show later, because I don't know.
Do you want to
No, nobody.
No,
I don't.
Right.
Wouldn't even pay. No money would make me go into that, lad. Not
500 quid?
Nope. No, yeah, thank you, lad. Don't need it.
Quid.
I'm all good.
Conundrum says, play a diamond. It's just an indication most club supporters are not football savvy. It can work. It also means the club needlessly spend 200 mil, which could have been invested better. You've lost 4 in a row, says Sean. At least like the video. If you're coming into gloat,
yeah, just like it at least.
You know what I mean? Saying sausage, you big long sausage. I mean, it's a bit of a pause there from Double S. But at least if you're coming in to mock us, 1.4K watching, smash that like button, guys. We're not asking for a lot. We don't mind you laughing at our pain and terroring us.
Write your terror comments
Smash
and
the
then just
button.
like the thing
Just
for
press
us.
that
That'd
like
be
button.
nice.
Do us a favour, man.
Yeah, actually, I've just seen a comment here, which is sort of what I was thinking of last night. Do you remember City last season?
Yeah.
They bought a few players, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they lost it wasn't lost 13 games in a row, but they didn't win for 13. Yeah, something like mad like that, weren't it? I think Liverpool are going to have to go through essentially that to work out what they're going to play like. And we're just going to have to suffer for a little bit. We've got the gold badge on our sleeves, mate, and we're not playing like champions, but we've had a great year last year. So just going to have to support the team. Definitely get frustrated. This talking about it helps me because I think otherwise I would have just been keeping all this in, just being like, oh. Like we talk about Liverpool more than I talk about my mental health, lad. You know that? This is how much we're invested in this club. I talk about Liverpool more than I talk about anything else.
Mental health right now. Do you know how tired I am?
Honestly,
I got
lad.
2 trains on Thursday, a train on Saturday, a train on Sunday, and I'm looking at 2 trains today. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I wouldn't mind it if we were winning these games. Yeah. That's what I was doing last year.
I would just say right now that enjoy this, Rival fans, because you absolutely should. Everyone wants to see Liverpool's downfall, and you've seen a little bit of it right now. You've seen 4 games of a loss. But don't count your chickens. That's what
Roy Richard says Liverpool lost because of Doyle's white socks, the helmet.
Roy, listen, lad. Listen, Roy. I know who you are, lad. Okay.
I know where you live, lad.
I see you. Yeah. Yeah. In West Derby, lad. I know where you live, lad. Okay. Now we do know who Roy Richards is. We know who he is. Shit. Just come out of jail, any lad.
Yeah, just come out of Walton. He wanted me to link up with him on the yard for a ciggy, didn't he?
Yeah.
Roy Richards, the sausage.
Little Everton supporter, lad.
Pleb.
Thanks for that.
Mop
you. Yeah, supposed to be best mates, lads. Yeah, supposed to be best mates.
Salah's 33, says Benny. Yeah, that's a fact. He is. Well done. Season is over. AGT signing 2 gunmen along with Salah ain't the way. Not every player has to be world class. Feels raw losing 4 on the bounce, says Buddy.
It's horrible, lad. It stings.
Lads, we have been garbage since February last season. Tell me the last game you was happy with a performance over 90 minutes. I bet you'll struggle to remember. # slot out. We are not Arsenal. We don't do the whole calling for the manager's head after a year. Relax. We've lost 4 games in a row. Be frustrated, vent.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, the slot out chat for me.
It just does nothing
Come
to say.
on, man.
Also, it's ridiculous because nothing is going to change by just getting rid of him. Like some other manager then has to come in and work out how to play football with the team. It's not just going to change. You've got to give him time. He's got credit in the bank. He's just won the league. You know, no one expected
Matty Renton giving me stuff on WhatsApp last night saying, Isak, where are you and all this.
Liverpool are still higher than Man United. And
Newcastle lost, by the way.
People just want to see us at the downfall of us, and that's fair, right?
But when you're at the top or you're the champ,
so
everyone's looking up, sending shots, and then when you're losing a few games in a row, of course people are going to have a go at us and mock us. Of course, that's the game. And that's why we're here facing the music. We don't run and hide unlike other fans.
No.
Right? I've travelled 4 hours to be here for this.
Trevor Middleton, slot in. You've just won 2 games in a row for the first time in a year, matey. Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy your team.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy
also,
ours.
if you're doing that, hammer him in then.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Lifetime contract for him.
Also, just that quick. This is just this thing. Happy Diwali to all the people celebrating Diwali today.
Yep, big up.
It's flashing down, so I'm sorry if your fireworks get messed up. That's such a
festival of light, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much light going on in here today in terms of our moods. But yeah, like Bill said, happy Diwali. Why not?
I'm just going to look at all these comments that are saying about United in my head. And I'm watching United next week, and I'll be elated when you lose. So you can be happy now, and I'll be happy next week. So
yeah.
It's all good.
That's where
Who are you playing in the midweek?
No one.
No one? Okay.
They don't have
that's good. Yeah, because you're crap.
Anything to do, unfortunately. Yeah. But listen, we've lost. We take our medicine. We're urging now the staff to come up with something else. We can't keep playing this way. We
drastic
can't keep
changes. It has to be drastic.
Conceding these silly set pieces, chances, long throws, big boots into the box. You've got to sort it out.
It's painful, though, isn't it? After the win against Arsenal, we were like, "Oh my days, what are we doing?" Because we weren't playing well, but we were still managing to win. And just the high of that was so great. And we've just fallen. We were 5 points ahead of Arsenal, and we've fallen all the way down to 4 points behind them.
100%.
And they've been consistent, so well done to them. Man City look great as well, to be quite honest with you. Them 2 teams look better than us for sure. So My head's not down when it comes to like the rest of the season. Right, there's a Champions League, there's FA Cups, there's all that to win. Don't know if we'll necessarily go on to win the Premier League, but madder things have happened, and I know one thing for sure: Arsenal are not going to go undefeated for the rest of the season. That's definitely not
Well,
going
they've
to
already
happen.
lost.
They will drop
We've
points.
already beaten
Same
them.
with Man City, and same with Liverpool, of course. The worry for me is I just haven't seen anything from Liverpool to tell me that we're going to kick on and we're going to challenge. That's the worrying part for me. It's not the 4 points behind; it's the performances. You can be 4 points behind and catch up. City have done it millions of times. It's just the performances. They're really worrying. Really, really worrying.
Right, time to end it there. We're going to do a Frankfurt preview now, and again pick ourselves up for another big Champions League night. We're going to be in Box Park, Liverpool on Wednesday. If you fancy coming down to watch it with us, do.
Yeah.
And then the annoying thing is, it's 2 Saturday 8 o'clock kickoffs now in a row for Liverpool. It's Brentford away, and then it's I think the next home after that is Villa at home at 8 o'clock on a Saturday.
Let's just see what we can do.
So look, next game we're expecting big changes. Tactically, we have to kind of work out what our plan is going forward. And if the plan isn't working, okay, don't worry, that's not working. So we've got this. That's not working. So we've got this. At the minute, I don't see any kind of strategy. It's just kind of gung ho. We need a goal. Get all the strikers on. At one point, we had four or five strikers on yesterday.
The problem is not creating chances. We're creating bucket loads of them and we can score plenty of goals. The problem is the stability in midfield and the chances that we're letting in through the wings and the defence. We're conceding lots of set pieces and crosses.
That cannot happen.
It's not good
again.
enough.
Anyway, smash that like button. Get your comments in. We'll be back next Monday to react to the Brentford game. And then obviously a big night on Wednesday in the Champions League as well. But when it is this bad, yes, you have a moan. Yes, you get frustrated. But Liverpool Football Club has still got the best fans in the world. So you've got to get behind them. Have your moan, have your little minute where you're angry. But now it's about time to urge the manager to change things and get the team going again. Okay? The quality's there, so we have to obviously to work this out. So smash a like button, get your comments in. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you on the next one. Any final words, Doyle?
Up the Reds.
Up the Reds. There you go. We love you, Liverpool. We do. Take care.